Alright guys, hi, I'm Afton. I'm a student at KCHS, so I'm just right there. I'm going to be teaching you guys' lesson today, and we're going to be doing a lesson on probability. The warm-up, we're not going to solve it right now, we're not going to figure out right now. I'm going to just ask you to think about it because we're going to watch a video of it. Kind of explain it. So it's, if I have a box of clothes with 18 shirts in it, 5 red shirts, 9 yellow shirts, 2 blue shirts, and 2 green shirts, what are the chances that I randomly grab a red shirt? So I'm just going to ask you to think about that, and I have a nice video for you that'll be playing for you guys. Alright, so do we all think we have an idea of that? We all understand it pretty well. So how do you know if we know there are 18 shirts at total, what would we do with that number?
Make it into a fraction.
We would make it into a fraction. Good. So what would we put at the top or the bottom?
Bottom.
The bottom, and then because that's the total amount. And now since we're trying to figure out a red shirt, we would say how many red shirts are there? 5. Good job. And we would get 5 over 18. And because 5 over 18 doesn't reduce at all, our chances of grabbing a red shirt are just 5 over 18. Alright, so I do have a note sheet for you. Alright, now how about, what's the probability of spinning the number just 2 through 4? Well then, how do we start off with? We start off by figuring out how many numbers there are 2 through 4, right?
50% chance. No, like maybe less.
Yeah, so if we can say, well, we have 2 and 4, and all the numbers in between is 3, that's 3.
Yeah.
Right? We're all understanding this, so we would put 3 on top out of our total 8, and we would say, well, we have a 3 in 8 chance of this happening. We're all understanding this good? Mm-hmm. Alright. Okay, what about the probability of spinning the number 1 through 8? We start off with always putting an 8 at the bottom, and then we figure out how many numbers are there 1 through 8. 8, right? So we say 8, well, that's just saying 1 as a fraction. And that would be, we have a 100% chance it's always going to happen. So, I have a hopefully fun activity planned for you guys. It involves Fruit Loops. So, don't eat the Fruit Loops just yet though, because then you get some weird numbers. But you can have them at the end of the class, and that's totally fine. So, everybody wants to come up and just grab one, and that way you're not sitting here the entire class. Alright. That's the one. Here you go. Alright, and everybody has one? Okay, so then we want to separate them into each color. So there's a graph right here, so you just want to put them in the boxes, if you can, or organize stuff however you want. And you want to figure out how many of each color you have. So if I have my sheet right here, and I want to grab, I would grab all of my red ones, and I put them right here in this box. And then I do the same with orange, and all the other colors that I have. So you can just start by putting them in the box to keep track of them, so you know how many there are. You can see, you should get a total of 20, if I do this right. 12. Oh, nice, thank you. Appreciate that. Alright, so let's see. Let's just go through examples. What color do we want to find out how many we have first?
Red.
Red, we want to start with red. So, okay, how many reds do each of you have?
1.
2, 1, 3. So
One.
some of you have 2, some of you have 1, some of you have 3. Is there any other number? Alright, so we all know the total, which is 20. Good job. So we have 2 out of 20, 1 out of 20, 3 out of 20. So we're already halfway there. At this point, we just want to see, can it reduce? So can 2 over 20 reduce? Yeah, and that will reduce to 110. Alright, so I have a 1 in 10 chance of grabbing a red from if you have 2 out of 20, which is likely, unlikely, impossible, always going to happen. And the way we can compare that is, what is 1/10 compared to one half, which is it's 1/10 bigger, smaller. How do we know if it's like likely or it's not gonna happen? So we can say, well, we know our fraction rules, right? That's okay if you don't. What you need to know is like, it's 1/10 bigger or smaller. The bigger the denominator, and this is kind of confusing, the bigger the denominator, the smaller the number. Like if I had a rectangle and I had two sides, and I had a rectangle and I had, right, 10 cubes. And let's just imagine that these are the same size rectangle, and I fill all of this. This is a lot of the rectangle, like that takes up most of the rectangle, but I only fill in one out of 10. Well, you can barely see how much of the rectangle I filled in. And that's how you can kind of visualize which one's smaller and which one's bigger. This is just,
So like the boys.
yeah. It'd be like a 4 and 20 change, so great job. Alright, can you reduce this at all? Right, that's a 1 in 5 chance. So, what are some of the fractions we got? 120?
I had two of those. And then like 2 5/20, it's 220, 620.
Nice, 620. Okay, how about some other people? You sure?
I got 0 out of 20
No, 20 for which color?
for the purple.
I think I actually stole the purple. I have a 7 out of 20. Just as a making videos.
I got black fruit.
That's part of the next question. That's actually if you got any burnt Fruit Loops. No, I'm just joking. That's for the exit ticket. That's like the whole, if I bring it to spinning, then that's the whole, what are the chances of spinning a 9? Right. Are there any 9s to spin?
No.
Right, yeah, so that's kind of what that one's asking. Alright, so do we all want to like start looking at this exit ticket? This is kind of a check for understanding. So we're gonna start by doing this on our own for a little bit, right? Just maybe spend a few minutes looking at this on our own, and then maybe we can go over this set as a class together.
Good job. So, remember for this one you were super close, but I would reduce this one, right?
You got it? So remember, so the rule, some fractions, if they're both even, you can always reduce it, and that's how I think to remember it. That goes, so reduce this one, right? Just put one out, each compare it again. You were doing really good, you got super close.
Alright, so for this one you got at least you have your work, and that's really good. Just remember to write the color down too. So you're having the work figure into, just not the actual into. So you got it. You know what you're doing.
Yeah, no, you did really good. Just like another thing, just remember to simplify if you can. It's fine, like, it's not wrong if you don't simplify, but it's not the most correct you can be. So, do you wanna go over this one as a class and see, just work together, since I think you guys are all kind of experts on it now. So, what color am I most likely to pick? I mean, out of all of these. Purple. Purple, right? I have 7 out of 20, and that's the biggest out of all of them. How about what color am I least likely to pick? Orange. Right, good job. And what's the probability of me grabbing a brown Fruit Loop? 0. It's not gonna happen. So if we just wanna go over the objective then, and think to yourself, can I find the fraction of an outcome based off the number of choices? Can I do it confidently? But maybe need just a little extra time to explain differently. Or have I been completely lost and I was only here for the Fruit Loops? That last option is completely acceptable. I would totally only be in the lesson for Fruit Loops also. So that is my probability lesson. You guys do have some time left. I heard you guys do Alex for problems, right? For like after school work. So if you guys like wanna work on that at home and like find, do some probability questions on that, feel free to.